Hey, what's up, YouTube? Daniel checking in. A new video and a new topic. I want to talk about how one time I was trying to live a pipe dream. Yeah, that's right. I was trying to live a pipe dream. I just thought I could get high all the time and I could do what I want and everything would come to me on a silver plate, or it would fall in my lap, or I would get it by luck. I think I think I wanted my cake, and I wanted my cake and I wanted to eat it too, like they say. Wanted, um and I was ignorant, I was immature, but looking back, it's hindsight, and I realized I was just blind to a lot of things, to certain ideas, to the way the system was, or I didn't like the way the system was set up. I still don't like the way the system is set up. It's kind of got a little worse. I think back then, if I would have committed, I would be a lot better off right now. But I wanted to rebel too. I was young and I wanted to rebel. So I embraced the the thug life or the drug life, and I was chasing. I just wanted to get high. I wanted to do drugs, and I thought everything would be all right. It doesn't matter if I got high; I would be able to do whatever I had to make good money, and I could still do whatever I wanted to. But I was living a pipe dream. I mean, I would just waste time. I would waste tons of time getting high or chasing after drugs, and kind of like a hedonistic lifestyle. I'm still struggling with that, trying to chase um, pleasure and dopamine addiction. But I think now that I understand it, I can kind of deal with it better, a lot better. And I kind of have a lot more principles and approach life a lot more differently. I I have I embrace philosophy and understand that you can't. I think I understood this back then a little bit. You can't live in extreme. You can't live in extremes all the time. You have to be somewhat uh, modest your approach to life. But I was kind of modest in a lot of ways that I shouldn't have been. I wasn't assertive enough. I wasn't going out. I wasn't trying to get ahead or improve. I was just, I spent a lot of time just chasing drugs, getting high, and wasting time, just wasting time, hanging out with people that didn't help me, that didn't bring any value to my life, that didn't help me get anywhere. They still haven't helped me do anything. So everything that I have accomplished so far has been on my own. Just realize that a lot of people you hang out with, you're wasting time with probably, and you need to focus on you. So I wasn't focused on me. I didn't really know what to do. I didn't have people pointing me in the right direction. I didn't have mentors. And I was pretty rebellious to authority or any positive people. I didn't appreciate. I think so. I spent a lot of time just on drugs, and then I would get into trouble and kind of wake up for a little while by harsh reality, like, oh, you're messing up. And I ended up painting myself into a corner. And a lot of people do this. They just get into so much trouble that they can't bounce back from it. Like you destroy your whole life by not doing something about your problems. And I got tired of it eventually. I seen what happened to my uncle. He spent his whole life, or spent most of his life, locked up, and that was depressing. That was sad. He spent his whole life, or most of his life in prison, and then most of his life homeless in the streets doing drugs. So he was trying to live a pipe dream too. He would run the streets and get into trouble, and thought it was kind of cool. But I guess he didn't have much of a choice either. His life was pretty messed up. He couldn't stay working. He was a drug addict. So I guess he did what he could, but it's just sad because I watched him waste. He didn't have any fun. He didn't go anywhere and do anything. He spent most of his time locked up, or most of his time homeless and begging on the street for money and fighting with people on the street and going to jail. And so I didn't want to end up like that. And then started to get older, like in my mid 30s is when I realized like I got to do something. I should have did something sooner, but I was caught up running the streets with drug addicts, and we were just, how would you say, we were just enabling each other and codependent like crazy. And I wasn't mindful about anything. I didn't think about things too much. I just thought it'll work out. But after going to rehab, it helped me look at things in a different way and realize that things weren't going to change. And towards the end of my addiction, I looked at everything differently. I was getting older, and I was like, you know what? I've been doing this a long time, and it seems like one day just turns into another, and then it turns into 10 years. So you better watch yourself, better watch the way you act and what you do each day. It's important. But I cut out the drugs, and that changed a lot of things. There's there's some other big problems that I'm facing. I'm working through, but my life, it seems like it could be salvageable, and I might be able to live a decent life. Within a couple of years, I could bounce back and be doing pretty good. And so I have a little hope now. But I watched my cousin live a pipe dream, an alcoholic's pipe dream. Like, he just drank every day, and he didn't ask like the most important question. Like, I think everybody needs to ask, like, why do I drink, or why do I do this? What is it? Am I trying to heal pain, or from my situation that I'm in? Because only way to get through it is to face it almost. Like you have to face your situation. So how he approached his problems wasn't the right way. Like I think he became homeless and then he just wanted to panhandle and drink every day, drink his problems away, seethe his problems away, and doesn't work like that. He became addicted to alcohol and he couldn't stop either. It's almost like he had to have a drink every day. And it was bad alcohol too. It was malt liquor. He was drinking malt liquor every day. I'm like, it ain't even that good, bro. Why are you drinking this shit? It ain't even that good. But he would drink malt liquor every day, all day until he passed out and become a big asshole. And if he didn't have alcohol, he'd probably be a decent person. It's funny. And I tried to get him to go to meetings and try to get him to go to rehab and tell him and encourage him. But he wouldn't listen. He wanted to live a pipe dream. Like, there's only so much you can do for people like that, too. So I could only do so much. I just realized, I told him, you're living a pipe dream, bro. You can't drink every day and expect life to be good. You can't do drugs every day and expect life to be good. It just doesn't work like that. So I told him about himself, but I couldn't say much because I just tried to live that same pipe dream. I was trying to live a pipe dream like, oh, I'm gonna get high and I'm gonna be able to have a good life. And then even after getting sober for like 5 years, life didn't get that much better. The system right now is like so messed up that, working a normal job, you're struggling like crazy, um, because of inflation and the cost of living. So that's where I'm at right now. I'm struggling really bad. So due to some unseen factors, I've been struggling pretty bad. I've been stuck. I lost my car. Um, I've been out of work and I haven't been making money. Luckily, I knew some people that would help me out for a little bit, but I would be homeless right now if I didn't have any help. I would be really struggling out homeless on the street because it's crazy to find a job right now. Is crazy too. Like to try to go out takes months just to find a job. I mean, I've been looking for work, like a decent job for a while, but it takes a while. My last job took like 6 months, but I was at a job looking for a better job, and it took like 6 months to find a better job. So that's crazy, but I getting older and I don't want to do hard work. I want to do something different, and the choices are limited for people like me. I don't have a lot of skill and I don't have a lot of things going for me, but it is what it is. I'm gonna try to make the best of it. But all right, that's it for this video. I'll check back in next time. Take it easy.